George, a tough defeat, obviously close going into those final stages, but Sale sort of showed their class, didn't they? And they're a top side.
Yeah, they are a top side, and there's a reason they are where they are. To be honest with you, two of their tries were weak moments from us. Sort of kicking the ball down the middle of the field and a spill out of a breakdown, and they're a very good side. They take advantage of it. But the boys played some good rugby. We left a few chances out there without a doubt. That obviously will painful to watch back because there's a couple of clear tries we could score. But again, the important bit tonight was about just laying it all out there. And we know we haven't had the season we wanted to have. And I'm very proud of this group, the way they've kept training and moving forward. And against a few hurdles, and the staff as well, everybody's carried on and rolled their sleeves up, and that was important. We showed that today for the supporters who are outstanding and turn up week in, week out and scream for the boys. And like I say, we know we haven't given them what they want this year, but that's not through lack of trying, and we appreciate their support.
Would you say that game's sort of reflective of the season, and that the boys played really well for long periods of the game, just unfortunately couldn't get over the line, and just a few more percent away from being a quality side?
Yeah, I think it's reflective of the last couple of months for sure. I think our attacks kicked into a real sort of fast gear now, and boys are connecting well and getting near the line. But yeah, I'd say, I think I've said it quite a few times the last couple of months that that finishing piece where we're at the line and we don't quite score the try has definitely, cost us a lot of tries, to be honest. So something we're very aware of. Let's say we tried to move the game on this year, and I think we've done that first part, and those little finishing touches is something we've got to address over the off season and make sure we're in a position to get them right next year.
Yeah, you mentioned that attack. Obviously, Adam Hastings back in today from injury. How crucial is that to have him back from injury, and how good is it to have him back around the side?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Hastings started the season with a bang, and he was really leading well and calling the shots well, and then unfortunately he's had two injuries, which means we've seen him for half a game at Leicester or whatever it was. So not what you want from one of your top players, but that just happens sometimes, and he's come back in there and he's been keen and willing in the background even with all these months out, and I thought he was brilliant tonight for his first game back.
And obviously a week's break and then into Bristol away next week to finish the season, looking to finish the season on a high.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the boys showed there. We're not going to throw the towel in and stop fighting and starting to push our game on. And I think I'm sure Pat will be saying the same at Bristol, that it's a West Country derby. It's one last game, and I think both teams will turn up to play.
And obviously the last game at Kingsholm this season tonight. Kingsholm crowd brilliant again, as they were last week against Bath. Just a word on the Gloucester fans this season and today in particular.
Yeah, I mean the support here is amazing. We never ever take it for granted. I never take it for granted for sure. I think it's amazing when the boys run out and the cheer, and every moment in the game, even when we're losing at the end of the game, the fact that the cheer's so loud and it keeps going, it's really important. And we talked about it a lot this week. That, as I say, we know we haven't delivered the performances and the results that everyone would like to see, but it's important every time we take Kingsholm. They know how much it means to everybody, and I thought the boys did that tonight, and showed they kept fighting to the very end, and it's something we really, really appreciate, and we know when you're at a club like Gloucester it's very unique.
And how important was that moment at the end when the game had gone, but the boys were still fighting tooth and nail to give something the crowd to cheer about?
Yeah, well, I think we had our maul got caught just a metre short, and then we missed the kick at the sticks. So we'd had a couple of shots, hadn't we? And I think that again, the boys are never going to stop fighting, and you could see at the end they're desperate to just deliver. And I think that's regardless of what the score is and whatever, they just want to deliver. So that was brilliant that they carried on fighting, and obviously great for Johnny at the end.
And Ben and Billy, two brilliant servants of Gloucester Rugby, and good to wish them well.
Yeah, amazing. I think for Morgs, a Gloucester boy, got to play over a decade at his home club, and I know the supporters love him, and it's been a two-way relationship, and he's had a great time here, and I thought he put it in there tonight for his final game at Kingsholm. And Billy, I've known Billy a long time, but I think everybody would, it's a testament to him. I think Billy's one of those guys who, when he signs a contract and commits to you, he earns every penny every day, and he does that on the field, off the field, the way he leads as an example to young men. He's outstanding, and as a head coach, having someone like that who works that hard within the club is brilliant. I tip my hat to Bill. He's an outstanding individual.
Thanks, George.
Cheers.